Hello and welcome to a short tutorial for the tool worksheet activities. Essentially, the objective with this tool is to try and bring your targeted focuses of learning and turn that into a student-facing activity sheet. This is only limited by our creativity in how we would like to structure each of these activities, and we're allowed to use the AI to inform how to create those. And let me go a little bit further into that when we get to our activity sheet context down here. First of all, what we're doing is setting our year level. So we're setting our contextual understanding around the national literacy progressions for readability, making sure that we're aligning the task difficulty with not only the learning objectives, but also expected standards at those levels for national proficiency at year 8 level. This one here, the topic, subject, and unit focus. There's a couple of examples here in ancient China dynasties. For this one, we're looking at this specific topic, the overarching holistic idea. If you're teaching in science and you're looking at food webs, or if you're looking at rock formations, or you might become a little bit more granular if you're teaching something like the characteristics of native species of timber. There's lots of scope for be able to become narrow, but also broad is totally fine. This is where we're going to do our best work is our learning objectives. So what the AI is going to use this as context to do and inform is how to ensure that we can invoke student demonstrated proficiencies. How can we get them to practice? How can we get them to engage in a variety of stimulus ways towards the learning objectives? You can put one, you can put multiple. It depends what you are looking for, and it will try to use its algorithm to be able to embed a variety of different approaches and strategies all into one if you use multiple objectives. And if you want to use that, follow the guidance here, where we can use clear actional verbs of what you'd like them to demonstrate. Separate multiple objectives with a semicolon or a comma or a full stop. Anything will be fine as long as you can make it easily interpretable by the AI to distinguish between the learning objectives. In this example here, students are being introduced to algebraic terminology as well as simplifying simple expressions. So quite basic along with the year 8, sorry. The number of varying activities, as you can see here, we have a few options, 1, 2, or 3. If you're using the Pro version, there are up to about 15, I think, from memory. And what that is doing is trying to create varying activities aligned with the topic focus and trying to target the specific learning objectives. So we're going to create 3 different ones, and that's going to be all targeted at algebraic terminology and simplifying simple expressions. So this is what I want students to work on, and this is what we're targeting. The activity sheet theme, we are going to modify a few of these. We're going to steer away from the dark ones, but for this ones, I've used Twilight and Moody, and that is just giving us a Twilight, Moody, refined, and subtle contrast. And after you have a bit of a play, you'll find ones that work for you and are best printing, and we're going to remove some that are a bit too dark. If you come down to the last context here, we still have a red tag here. We're looking for your context in exactly or a little bit more broad or granular, it doesn't matter, about the type of style of the activity sheet that you're looking after. You want, if you already have a picture of what you want students to do, look, I need them to do multiple choice questioning, or I need them to do a lead inquiry into this question, or I'd like them to do some true and false, or can you decode the puzzle, a closed reading. It might be a reciprocal reading. Yeah, any types of activities. This one here that you can see in the example, I need 2 different styles. I debunk the myth style as well as a match the definitions building tier 3. For this example, and what you'll have is surprise me, which will allow the AI to do its own contextual understanding of, okay, this teacher would like these learning objectives targeted. The topic is this one. And what we're trying to do is get the student to demonstrate and practice what you're trying to get them to be proficient at in a variety of engaging ways. All you need to do from here is run the tool. This runs between 1 to 2.5 minutes, depending on how many activities that you would like to do in the Pro version. Again, going up to as simple as we got is download the activities when you hit the bottom, which we will now, and it'll open up our PDF. I'll resize this in a moment. The topic was algebra. We're looking at some tier 3, some subject language. As you can see, if we come back here into algebraic terminology, as well as simplifying simple expressions. So our first activity, we've got a mind map here looking at a few different terms, and we're looking at brain branches, giving us a guided activity to look at the key terms towards with algebra. If we keep coming down, we have an expression detective puzzle. So this is a great looking one for me. We have simplify the answer. It'll give us a letter, and then we can decode the message as we go along. Algebra story builder using the same tiered language that we've got. Looks like we can break that down into a small planning scope and then also write our story here using algebraic terms. Great story starters along with it. Very, very cool. We have a matching one. So we have our unsimplified expressions and simplified versions. Very cool way that it has been built, these ones, as well as build our own expressions as those variability. So back to the start, we are trying to get these students to practice in working towards these learning objectives in the topic. We have 3 different styles, all built, ready to use. These can be downloaded to computer, print, or you can work from them from a screen. I hope this tutorial has been enlightening. We are looking at the worksheet activities AI. And if you have any questions, if you need additional support, reach out to the support channel Teacher Assistant AI.